Hello and welcome to the Hypnosis Academy. Today I'm talking about the recent course that we've just done on helping the ego to ascend. I'm just going to give you my kind of feedback on the course, my opinions, what I thought, okay? And the opinions of other people too. So we'll talk all about it on the other side. So we did the course across the Saturday and Sunday. So it worked out to be about 7 hours in total for each group. We did 2 groups across the day. In the first group, I think there were about 17 people. In the second group, about the same. So maybe 34 people in total. But lots more who wanted a copy afterwards. And by the way, if you would like a copy of the course, if you'd like to do the course, just send me an email. No problem at all. So, how did the course go? Right, well, I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be honest. Oh, it went really well, by the way. It went really well. But I want to be honest about how I went into this course. You see, when I run a course, I have done the processes over and over and over and over again. So when I'm going to do the course, I'm absolutely confident. I know what these processes do. I've done them. However, with this course was a channeled course, okay? And I don't say that lightly. It was given to me very clearly that this was a course that I had to do. And I was also told the outcome of what I had to achieve with the techniques that I developed. So I hadn't done these techniques before. I hadn't. So I went into this course having tested it out minimally. Right, so let's not say that I was just randomly where it was going to be whatever. The techniques I'm very familiar with, but the outcome, I wasn't sure that we were going to get the outcome that they wanted, that they said that they wanted, okay? So I was a little bit, I went into this with trepidation. However, everything went beautifully, and it has to be said that when people come on courses, they really want to get the best out of the course and they give it their all. The people who allowed me to demonstrate these processes on them, they threw themselves into it. It was beautiful, so we had some really good outcomes. But there were 2 processes fundamentally. I mean, we did a lot of pre-talk about ego and about, how it is and how it has been and why it's here, etc. But the 2 parts of the course were, first of all, meeting the ego. That was fun. Yeah, just meeting it and saying sorry for being so horrible to it for so long. Yeah, that was all right. But the first process was taking our beliefs, our core beliefs about who we are, finding the opposite, like a positive one, and finding a negative, and then fusing them together. Now that process, that was the one I was mostly wary about, because the second one of ascending the ego, well, I've done lots of things similar, but I just haven't worked with the ego. So I was a bit, how's this going to be? And I remember the first person I did it on in the group was with Lewis, and hi Lewis, and he had a lovely experience. And you know what happened was, the idea is that you take the 2 beliefs, opposing beliefs, that the ego thrives on. When you've got 2 opposing beliefs, it kind of gives you a pat on the back when you achieve the one that you like, and it tells you off when you've achieved the bad one. But it's duality. And the idea is that we want to be one. We want to realize, the simplistic way is, I'm a good person, and sometimes I'm not. That's it. That's all. And the tagline that you can start to use when you hear yourself putting yourself in this place of, like, I am, with something good, or even bad. I am, probably with bad more often. You just add the tagline, and sometimes I'm not. I'm a bad person, and sometimes I'm not. I'm a good person, and sometimes I'm not. What that does, it sets you free. So the results that we got were different. But typically what I find is this: when people fuse together two very strong beliefs about themselves, and it's the negative one that causes them so much pain, when they put them together, they get this like weird moment. And this is my experience as well. When I did it, I wanted to laugh. As soon as I saw the new outcome, and I went, wow, it's just mad. But I got this feeling of, what a relief. I can just be normal. I can be me. And this was a theme that I kept hearing over and over again through the course of people saying, and it was like, oh, I can just be me. But hey, we had tears. We had people who really had a big show of emotion, which is always fantastic. Always show of emotion, fantastic. But we had big shows of emotion from people who were, you know, whether it be relief or whatever. I don't know what that emotion was, but we had them. You know, one person said, I feel free now. I've had an epiphany. And that's what this feeling is like. This is like a new way of looking at something that you've looked at in the wrong way all of your life. So that was really powerful, really powerful. What's come from that, as I was looking at this process working, what I was thinking was, wow, this is a tool that I've got in my pocket now, in my toolbox, that I'm going to use with my clients, because you can use it for any kind of merging of good and bad. Right? You can merge it. If somebody's having a real problem, you can get resources from the positive and put them together, and it changes the perception. So I was saying this to Vicky. I was saying, we had a chat afterwards, and I said, wow, I just think there's so many possibilities for this technique. Then the next day I got a message from Lewis, who had done some work with his son. I won't go into the details, but his son had something that he needed to work on. It was a negative thing. And Lewis helped him to put resources in, mix it round, and he had a new perspective. He had a kind of an epiphany moment. And this is what I see. So this is a lovely technique. So that's why I suggest, if you haven't got the recording, get it. Because why not? It's a resource there. And then, of course, the ascension of the ego. And I've done this in various ways, but I've never done it with the ego. But let me tell you that it's the most beautiful experience, I believe. If it's done nicely, the most beautiful experience you can have. And the person that I worked with, as we ascended the ego, there was a big emotional, because you get to a place where it's, the only way I can describe it is, it's a bliss place, it's an expansion place, it's very expansive. It's this okayness, you're the Buddha. Basically, you're Zen, yeah? And you reach this place, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful that it can bring you to tears. I've seen lots of people be brought to tears there. And again, it's kind of like when you go to this place and you know that everything's all right. Everything's all right. So they were the two processes that we shared across 7 hours. I thought it was going to take less, but surprisingly enough, you know, when everybody's doing their the practicing it and stuff like that, and pair work, that's what the time it took. But it was thoroughly satisfying for me, beautiful. I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed spending time with people. So what I'll be doing is I will be editing that, and I will be creating a course, you know, more kind of structured and things like that people can follow, which is what I'm doing now. I've just posted the Heal the Child now. It's available on the website, and it's all fully edited and put into order and things of that nature. Yeah. So for those who perhaps have got the hypnosis and the past life regression and they want to do something else, that's available now. And remember that there's a promo code which is half price. I think that's what it is. If it doesn't work, send me a message. I'll put it in the information, okay? Half price, and that'll give you the thing at half price, okay? So it goes without saying, half price coupon code for half price. Yeah, okay, so there you are. That's all I've got to share with you. I love you all, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.